This is an introduction video to the entire semester and to the course as a whole. So you're going to get an introduction to who I am. Definitely want you to make sure you go to the top of the Moodle page and look at the syllabus and watch the syllabus video. The newest syllabus is there. In my video, a couple times I found errors, so I addressed them in the video and uploaded the correct syllabus. And then we're going to cover a couple expectations for the department and for you as someone who's about to graduate from ag business in the next, some of you it's going to be May, some of you might be a year, but expectations on that point as a very soon to be professional. So introduction to me, I am Robin Clements. I am this person over here, and I have been with this department for actually, as of today, a full year. Before that, I worked in the college, in the academic programs office, and I've worked in admissions as well. So I've been working at NC State as a full-time employee since 2007. I am a graduate of NC State, as you can see here. I have a degree in secondary or high school English education, and I also have my master's degree from UNC Wilmington in higher education administration. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and my husband Daniel, I've been married to him for almost 15 years, and some of my extended family is down here on the right. We're definitely a motley crew, all very different, but love to get together. I have a newfound love for travel, and I think it's definitely changed me as a person. And when I do advising, I love to talk to students about the opportunity to study abroad because it definitely changed me. I've not always been a good traveler or someone who wanted to travel, and now I'm always planning our next trip. If I'm not doing that, I really like, as horrible as it sounds, kind of tidying up and keeping things organized. I like listening to podcasts, which you see here. My first podcast I ever listened to was My Favorite Murder. Always open to new ones. They don't just have to be about true crime. I just, in general, love the media form of podcasting. And I also like being outdoors, hiking, being on the water. Love, love, love it. So hopefully I'll get to know who you all are, and we'll talk about your introductions as well. We're a group of 5 this semester. I've never taught so few students in an online forum. So I've pretty much set up this class to be a class that you all can function in without tons of guidance. That's what online is. But I hope you get to know each other a little bit, because I think with just 5 of us, it could feel a little lonely, and it doesn't have to be that independent. Okay, contact, I'm in 3340 Nelson Hall. You have my email address there. My office hours are Wednesdays from 1 to 2 p.m., or you can schedule something else. And if you're not local, we can do phone calls, we can do emails, we can do a Zoom meeting, any of that. I do include my cell phone number here, so you can text me if it's extremely urgent. If it's something that can wait, email is best. I'd like to have that record. But if it's incredibly urgent, and by that I don't mean I'm going to be late on an assignment, but just a quick question you need help with, between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., you can text me. I'm fine with that. And then on the right, I included my Clifton Strengths. I'm a big fan of Clifton Strengths. Some people may have heard of it as StrengthsFinder. If you have $12.95, I strongly encourage you to pay for a student version of this. That's what I did, to learn your top 5 core strengths. It's going to help you market yourself. It's going to help you in the workplace as a professional. And we have tons of free coaches on campus I can connect you with so that you can learn how to sell yourself. These are my 5 strengths: harmony, discipline, consistency, learner, and significance. This means in a workplace and in my life, but we're focusing on professionalism, so I'll say in the workplace, I am going to be the person that is organized. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to know the policies, and I'm going to do for one what I would do for all. I believe in being fair in that regard. I really appreciate, like it says, harmony in my life and in the workplace. So I know we're not all going to agree, but I try to find the points that we do agree on and complete work in that regard. There's always something that you can agree on. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always happy to go to a meeting, learn a new technology, learn a new way of doing things, a new process. And I'm consistent about those things. And also, I like to know that I am helping people make meaning out of their lives, that I'm making an impact, doing good, which most of my seniors feel that way as well. And most students in college, they want to make an impact and be significant in some way. So knowing those would help me sell myself. And we'll talk about that more in interviews. But if this is something you pursue, if you let me know, I'd be happy to connect you. I think it's a really great way to know people, know what strengths you bring to a team, etc. So in ag business, we have some expectations of all of our students, but especially our students who are getting ready to graduate. When you are sending emails, if you are not already in this habit, which most students are not, you need to send an email with a greeting, a body, and a closer. Not, hey, my classes don't look right on my audit, or I need to schedule advising, or I need to meet with you today. Are you available? Run-on sentence. I need a greeting, a good morning, a hello, Mrs. Clements, whatever it might be. A body where you have full sentences written out, grammatically correct, and then a closer. Sincerely, best, whatever you want to put, and then your name. You could use a signature, so you don't have to write that over and over. That's what I do. But your emails that you send to anyone, but especially to faculty and staff, need to have these components. And if they don't, sometimes we're going to call you out on it. And it's not us trying to be rude. We're really trying to up the level of professionalism in this department. Acknowledge people's titles. If you know they have a PhD, call them Dr. So-and-so unless they tell you not to. Okay, if you're not sure of gender, a simple good morning or good afternoon would be fine. That's how I sort of skirt around it. And then be patient when you send emails. Know that we are all busy and we're doing the best we can. And oftentimes, yeah, we're working at night, but sometimes we're not. We're taking a moment for our families or to rest. So be patient, give someone 48 business hours to respond. That doesn't include weekends, which means you need to time your emails out correctly. And think about the number of emails you're sending. Don't send me an email, Dr. Russ an email, the department head an email, and your teacher an email, all about the same thing. Pick one of us, okay? Because it's only going to agitate and kind of stir up the situation more. Etiquette. If you are a local student, we want you to go to events, as many events as you can. We hold these events to help you network because we know a network is how 3/4 of individuals find their jobs, okay? Go to the event. So when you go, shake hands with the person. If you have a card, give them your card, chat with them, linger around. Don't be the student, and I know who they are, that always just dart out of an event, okay? You want to be known for someone who cares and who has a strong network. Be patient with other people, wait for your turn, and know calendar dates. So we, every week, send out an email to y'all that has upcoming events. Put those on your calendar and know your dates. Okay, we try to send reminders on the day of events, but sometimes we don't get to it because we have a lot going on. So know the dates. And on that note, over here on the right, tons of red. Know your due dates for my class and others, but I'm talking about my class, because I am not going to send multiple reminders out like I do for my freshman class. You all are juniors and seniors, and you know that you need to know when something is due. I don't have reminders for my work. I use my calendar and I use my planner. Nobody calls me to remind me of anything. Dr. Russ doesn't follow up. He just expects the work's going to be done by the date he told me because I'm an adult. Okay, you will not get reminders, and the fact that you didn't get reminders is not an excuse. I know in Moodle for the big assignments a reminder will pop up, but for discussion boards, for your mock interviews, and for your executive in residence or independent networking, you don't get reminders. You have to schedule these out yourself and develop those professional skills. So before we get to this, I want to show you how the Moodle page is set up really quickly. Right here. You're seeing some symbols like these that you don't normally see because it's in setup mode. But when you log in at the top, I will never use announcements. I will always email you all as a group. You see your syllabus and a syllabus video. Check those things out. That's important. We have a frequently asked questions form. If it's a general question, post it there so everyone benefits from the knowledge. And then I've broken this out by weeks. In our class, weeks start on Monday and end on Sunday. So everything you need for this week is here. You know the topics we have. You know due dates that we have. I have our discussion boards, and I have a file. Every week I'll have a file with all of our worksheets and slides that don't have the videos included. So you can have access to the slides as well. Okay, and it follows that format. I obviously haven't gotten very far yet all the way through, but our topics are covered all the way through. Okay, so be sure you're checking that out and keeping up with it. And then, last but not least, your week one, you actually have 3 discussion postings this week. Week 1 intro, you're going to create a post and you're going to tell the class the following by January 8th, this coming Wednesday at 11:59. Okay? Your name, hometown, fun fact, your career plans, your favorite class at NC State so far, and why it was effective. Did the instructor do something that helped you? Did you just love the content? Did you learn something new and you just love learning? Whatever it was. What about this class is worrying you? Okay, because I want to try to alleviate that stress. And then 2 professional strengths and 1 professional weakness. We'll be circling back to those. So you want to be marinating on those because we'll come up to them later in interviews. Okay, you do not have to respond to classmates on this post. You do not have to respond to classmates. It'd be great if you read each other's intros. That's the polite thing to do, to get to know each other and be a resource for one another, but you don't have to respond to anyone. And then your actual discussion post about your core values will be described in the video related to the content for this week about values and goal setting. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is just sort of intro, welcome to class, intro to us video.